Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I always appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is we're doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into being. Okay. So, as we do, I like to try and start these streams off with an intention, something worth saying, something that resonates with my heart and hopefully with your heart as well, because I believe there's so much power in words, and just starting things off in a way that kind of gives you a sense of understanding how we can utilize our words for the best. I really enjoy this one actually. So I'm going to read it. The difference between a master and student is that the master has mastered the art of always being a student. Hey Dan, good morning to you as well, my friend. I enjoyed our chat yesterday. It was it was a lot of fun. I've been thinking about what we were talking about as well, and yeah, it's been it's been resonating with me. It's kind of hilarious because this morning and yesterday morning I spent like almost 3 hours. Basically, I spent like 3 hours trimming flowers while having these thoughts, like thinking about what we were talking about as well. And so this is actually like I'm not going to talk directly about what we were talking about, but I feel there definitely is a lesson in learning that as well. Maybe a lesson in learning more about ourselves, because the gist of what we were talking about is being in support of something for a very long time in your life, and then recognizing that all of the things that you believed about this thing, or all of the things that you held as true within inside of yourself, you're kind of coming to this term where you can't necessarily stand for everything that you stood for when you were like fighting a battle. So this is it sounds very vague because I'm speaking in vague terms, but let's say for example, you're a big fan of jelly donuts. Let's say jelly donuts. And your entire family, like, they hate jelly donuts. They like absolutely despise the way that you can bite it and there's jelly on the inside. They don't like that part of it. So you kind of spend a lot of your years eating jelly donuts, enjoying jelly donuts, explaining to them this is why you enjoy jelly donuts. You don't have a problem with jelly donuts because you eat them in moderation. You're not going to let any of the goop fall on your shirt because you're, mature and you're careful, whatever. Like you're fighting this battle to kind of convince your family members that you do actually enjoy these jelly donuts. Then, as you get older and you still do enjoy eating jelly donuts, but you start realizing that when you eat jelly donuts alone, you kind of tend to eat more of them, or you tend to be less responsible with eating them. So you'll eat them and jelly will fall on your shirt, and you'll be aware that it is happening and you'll understand how it makes you feel. But there, in that circumstance, there comes up this feeling of maybe I shouldn't be eating jelly donuts alone, at least. Maybe like this behavior that I'm practicing in is almost like going to continuously, mess up my shirts, even though I might only be at home. So in this way, there is this like disconnect with all of the time that you've spent defending these jelly donuts, and saying how great they are, and knowing that you still do enjoy them, but then understanding that it makes a mess of things in your personal time, in the time where you don't have anyone to eat donuts with. So you don't have to necessarily be on point with how careful you are with not wasting or spilling jelly on yourself. So that is, it's an analogy, and I'm happy that you approve of the analogy, Dan, because I do think there's a lot I have to almost like come to understand inside of myself, because I'm definitely at this moment at a point in my life where I have defended a lot of things. And the thing is as well, I'm not only defending just the jelly donuts, right? Like there are a lot of things in our lives that we do tend to defend, that we do almost like become associated with. It becomes a part of ourselves. Like I am the person that likes eating those jelly donuts. And it's very easy for us to kind of get to this point where if I'm no longer supportive of jelly donuts or no longer frequently eating jelly donuts, am I still the person that likes the jelly donuts? And then if I'm not the person who likes the jelly donuts, then who am I? And it's in that question that we kind of trip ourselves up because we become so attached to the things that we enjoy, the things that we've defended, that we don't allow ourselves freedom in moving past them in a way I want to say. And it's definitely something that I've been going through almost my whole life because I tend to be a very opinionated person. Oh, sorry, let me just greet Aaron. Hello, my friend. I'm happy that you're here, and good morning to you as well, Ryan. Let me actually check out. Oh, I missed that actually. Me too. Great chat. I always want to chat soon after hip hop music. I have some stuff I want you to check out. I'm looking forward to it. Like Dan is almost finished of a demo of music as well, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. And yeah, I'm watching a mosquito right now flying in my immediate vicinity. And the thing I'm okay with is seeing him because me seeing him means that he's not sucking my blood at the moment. I'm gonna do this and cover my feet in this fabric. This is like one of my favorite parts about these pants, that you can do this, even though it's not necessarily ideal or you know great. Well, actually, the material is super stretchy, so like this is kind of the point. I love these pants so much. Like I can't even. I love them. I just love them so much. Hey Edmund, I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. Thank you for sharing this space with us this morning. I love you so much. Let's celebrate our growth today. For I am not lolling our lives no more. No more, my friend. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Harry Literature. How are you, my friend? I'm happy that you're sharing this space with us as well. No, it's already finished. It is in your Reddit messages. Hey, everyone. Oh, did you send it to the like u/Meltmore Reddit or to the old u/Beetlegeese one? Because like there's been this thing where I've been like getting messages and then I'm clicking on the notification of the message and then it was sent to like either one of the accounts and I'll be on the opposite account, and then basically it goes through this process of trying to switch the account as it opens the app, and then it just bricks the entire app to the point where I can literally not even see anything other than a black screen, and I have to restart my entire phone to fix it. It's such a first world problem, but it's the back and forth of it that makes it difficult. I look forward to actually checking it out now. I really am, Dan. I have a call with Jeff after today's stream. I'm looking forward to that as well. Okay, I do want to take a sip of water, so I want to set an intention for why it is I'm drinking water this morning, or your morning, my afternoon, and what is it I'm feeling? Melting away the attachments I have to things I've defended in my life. And I want to talk a little bit more about that as well, but to melting away these things that we attach ourselves to. Yeah, that's really nice. So, yeah, let me actually read some comments before I continue ranting. I shared a link in Discord to an Alan Watts interview I've never heard before. Talks about all what we are doing now. That's amazing. Man's a visionary. I actually look forward to checking it out. Hello, Melt family. I'm happy that you're here with us, Ryan. It said I sent it to the u/Beetlegeese. I send it on the Discord after chat to make it easier. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, my friend. I'll definitely go and check it out then. So my mind is still kind of like steam training towards this idea of becoming attached to the things that we've defended in our lives prior, because like this is definitely something I saw myself go through during a lot of parts in my life, because for the longest time I was raised in a very strict Christian household with strict Christian values. Uh, Dad was one of the musicians playing in the church band. Learned to play like I saw my dad also practicing for church band exercises and stuff like that for the longest time. So a part of my personality definitely kind of absorbed this Christian ideology that my dad especially was so enthralled with, embodying, if you will, as well. And especially since me and my dad look very similar, we have similar ways of talking, we have similar ways of being hard headed, we walk the same, we have similar faces. It was definitely in my mind almost like I was trying to compete with this being that was obviously 27 years older than me, 26 years older than me, 27 years older than me. My mom had me when she was 26 and my dad was 27, so he had 27 years of experience on me. And when I was born into this world, I saw myself in him as well because we look so similar, we act so similar. And because of that, I started to kind of absorb the things that he was saying to the world, the things that he was defending against the world as well. And I started to associate myself with the defense of these ideas. So, and then like things went on, we grew up, I guess you can say as well, became a little bit older, started to understand that there was definitely a separation, I guess, and maybe that was just my egoic mind starting to develop as a young child, but there was the separation between me and my dad, especially in the sense of how I was feeling about the religious aspects of my existence. And having him as a dad, seeing him be very committed to religion, and also at the same time having certain behaviors that don't necessarily align with all of the things that you hear in the Bible, and some behaviors that do align but that I do not agree with. And in that way, I kind of almost shaped this new identity for myself, this new thing that I thought I needed to defend. And in that development, I kind of started to defend the idea of atheism. The idea of there being no God, consciousness being a product of our brain cells firing. So when those brain cells stop firing, then the consciousness that is you disappears, dies, and is never again. And I was, I guess, content with that understanding of the universe, of myself, of the world. So I decided I'm going to defend that understanding, as we as humans tend to do. And it definitely, again, became a part of my personality because I was believing to such a point this truth that I had realized for myself, and I was making it a part of the person that I was. So no longer was I just, Estian Meltmore. I was Estian Meltmore, the atheist, like the person that doesn't believe. And I was okay with that label as well. It was something that I invited over myself, obviously. And it was a defending process. I remember myself like religiously defending my standpoints, fighting with my dad, fighting with my family, fighting with school, like teachers, school members, about this understanding I had that we were, I think maybe it was just this impermanence. I think maybe in some way I understood something about impermanence and about the impermanence of our existence. And I was a very nihilistic type of mindseted person, Uh, and I never even once said this like unironically, but the whole YOLO mindset, like you only live once. I've never, and I'm serious about this, and I want to make a point of it because I don't actually believe in the whole YOLO mind style. But I've never said YOLO. That's the point I'm trying to make. But I definitely did embody some aspects of that YOLO mind style, where like, oh, we're only gonna live once. We're here for a good time, not for a long time. Those type of things, and it was making me feel so like lost. And in a lot of ways, like I felt like the point of it was that there was no point, like it was pointless. And you can still kind of say that for a lot of things if you want to go into a nihilistic type of mindset. but it wasn't something that was serving me. It wasn't something that I felt that was giving me any soul at the end of the day. So I had to change. I had to stop defending those ideas. I had to stop associating myself with those ideas. And it was definitely a practice of letting go of a part of the ego that I was building for myself, the ego of the atheist, the person that doesn't believe, that fights against people that do believe. And it was exhausting. It was absolutely exhausting because I was creating this persona and I was, trying to defend it vigorously. Like it was something that was going to make me happy or make me feel like I have some sort of security. I should actually read some comments. Like I'm getting behind. Thank you for the gold, Dan. I appreciate it. I love gold. I can't help myself. Every single time I get gold, freaking Austin Powers pops into my head. Bonjour, mes amis. Bonjour to you. I'm happy that you're here with us, Toasty. Good morning, management. Hey, Lazy B. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. Wow, you have young parents. My dad is 37 years older than me, and my mom is 33 years older. That is a lot older than you, actually, Dan. Yeah, and interestingly enough, my parents married each other when they were only together for 6 months. Like, understand what I'm saying? They were only together. They knew each other for 3 months when my dad proposed, and then they got married in the next 3 months after that. So, from them meeting to them being married was a 6 month process. And people in my family kind of assumed it was like a shotgun wedding sort of thing because my mom was pregnant. And then they were like waiting, seeing when the bump is gonna start showing. Waited for it, and eventually, 2.5 years later, out I popped. uh, it was, I think it was definitely a wise decision on their part to not have children right away after getting married. And like I'm curious now as well, Dan, how long were your parents married before they had you? Were they like very like take it slow type of mindset, and they were like married for like who knows 16 years or something before they had you? I'm kind of curious. Oh, gross Bible talk. I don't think we're talking about the Bible actually. Maybe more so the attachment we have with these things. Like especially like this is something I notice in my dad especially. Because he's been a devout Christian for as long as he has, like almost 100% of his personal like sense of identity is definitely attached to these things that he's believed for the longest time of his life. And I think that's why it's so difficult for me and him to have a proper conversation, because we're both attached to the ideas we hold, and we like obviously want to think of our ideas as the correct idea. And at the end of the day, it's very scary for us as humans to kind of come to terms that we don't know something, that we don't have the right answers. And yeah, maybe that's why we have a hard time really connecting or chatting with each other. How does your dad feel about your spirituality now compared to your atheist days? So, like, I'm happy that you asked that, actually, Jovan. Thank you, my friend. And that's a really good question as well, because in that way, things have changed a lot. Where my dad has told me a significant amount of times that he's proud of the progress that I've made, and he's proud and he understands that I am no longer the way that I was, because coming from an ultra negative atheistic mindset where doom and gloom was basically the things that I wanted to talk about and preach about, to like being the opposite expression of that in this state of my life. He's praised that I made that switch, but he believes that this is a process of me trying to re-realize my Christianity. And he likes to say a lot that, oh, I know this is just like a temporary stage for you, like you're going to eventually realize the truth. And his truth is that, like, the thing is as well, it's so difficult to quantify what the truth is. And I'm trying to, like, I basically started the sentence, his truth is, And I realized that I don't necessarily know what the truth is for him, because he's never expressly just said, this is the single truth. Because at the end of the day, we both believe in this higher power source. You can call it source, you can call it the universe, you can call it God, whatever word you want to enter for that being. Even though we can't really quantify it in our minds, we both have this personal relationship with him, or her, or it, or they. I'm like covering them bases, making sure. And his like the thing that he's very gripey on, almost like the thing he doesn't want to let go, is the fact that I need to completely and fully like have like a type of devotee mindset. That's the thing I'm looking for. Like, I have to be devoted to this way of thinking, this way of believing, this way of praying, this way of asking forgiveness. And it's because he's been taught all of these things from a biblical sense. And what I believe is that God gave us the ability and the aptitude to, figure things out for ourselves, to be spiritual beings ourselves, to come to these realizations through practice, through spending time with our own spirituality. And maybe it is the ambition within inside of me to want to figure these things out myself, instead of having to be told these things and to take everything for granted and to take things at face value. Or maybe it's a shift in the ages. I don't know. I really don't know. And it's something that's very curious to me, because I don't necessarily understand where that shift happens. Where does it really come from? I never liked when people who YOLO, and it was just to drink more alcohol, not like YOLO, I'm gonna believe in myself and show up. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was so anal about repeating how I felt about that word, because that is exactly what I mean when I didn't want to be associated with that way of speaking. Like, if someone like, oh, YOLO, let's get wasted. Like, that's not, not a way to be living, like, right? Like, sure, you only live once, but you're going to feel like ass tomorrow. And you might make bad decisions tonight that will affect your future in turn. So, eh, eh. Thank you for the gold again, Dan. I appreciate it. I agree 100%. YOLO should be about taking the plunge, taking a leap of faith, and not getting fucked up. Exactly. Exactly, dude. But again, people misconstrue these ideas, these mindsets. It's also another thing. Now that I'm thinking about mindsets and about things that we believe, it's something that my dad also has no belief in. So I don't believe in reincarnation, like, as a direct way of living, if that makes sense. Like, I don't believe every single time we die we reincarnate, but I do believe there are some aspects of reincarnation in our universe where our souls get to experience different lives, but not necessarily constantly trapped in a loop of having to experience different lives. I feel like the thing is as well. Oh man, with infinity and multidimensional like realities folding in on themselves and each other, there is this possibility for you as a being sitting here right now with me to be a spiritual being with a spiritual body, having evolved past the point where you need a spiritual body, and being in a divine sort of state of being. Like, imagine being a being being a being that has the ability to create things out of thin air, right? Oh, I want apple, apple in my hand. Oh, I want said this thing, in my hand. But when I can do something like that, I no longer necessarily need to animate a physical form. So I believe there is a capacity for us to be that in spirit, in a different realm. And with the infinitude and the trippiness of time, and how all of these things kind of melt together, and there is everything and nothing in a single moment, I believe we are, in this moment, all of our different states of existence. It's just about where in the spectrum we're falling in this single moment. And I know that doesn't make any sense, because it doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm trying and make it make sense for myself. where we can be in different places all at once. And right, that's like kind of the idea of God being everywhere all at once, because wherever there is something to perceive, there is also God, because the same eye that I perceive with, God perceives me with. My brain is breaking. It's absolutely getting melted again. Man, like these ideas as well are things that we as humans have tried to kind of wrap our heads around for the longest time. And we've been bashing our heads against philosophy for the longest time as well. And I don't think there will ever be a point where we kind of finish. I hope not. I really hope not. Like I hope that one day when alien intelligences or artificial intelligences become available to the point where we can communicate with them, I would love to have a philosophy chat with an artificial intelligence as well. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? To be able to see an artificial intelligence's perspective on this reality. Ooh, on what it means to be alive, on what it means to be part of the experience, of what it means to be part of God. Because at the end of the day, I think even artificial reality or artificial intelligence would also be a creation of God at the end of the day, because even the very like the atoms that make up the metals that go into the chips that make up the artificial intelligence's brain is still going to be of the same source that we are a part of as well at the end of the day. So, man, oh yeah, I need to read some comments. Sorry. Are you Thor? Yes, yes. Thor melt more, my friend. One dimensions Thor. Interesting how YOLO can invoke feelings of recklessness and sanctity at the same time. Exactly. It's just about the intention I believe you have at the end of the day for your use of that word. If you're going to use that word to justify not taking responsibility for your own life, then that's exactly how you're going to use it. But on the other hand of that, you can use it to take responsibility for your life, because I only live once. Because I only live once, I'm going to make these decisions that are going to benefit me in the long run. But then you can do the same thing. Because I only live once, I'm going to do these things, even though it might hurt me in the long run, because I only live once. Like it's just about your intention, as it is with everything, I guess, at the end of the day. Good thought, Toasty. I think so as well. Hey, intro to cannabis. I'm happy that you're here again, my friend. Let me read your comment. I think it's really common, especially for people raised in Abrahamic religions, to go through a period of militant atheism. More so when you're raised in a culture that treats the dominant religion as the right way to live. Exactly, my friend. I think it is, at the end of the day, very uh, almost instinctual for a teenager to be rebellious, because it is during that time that we kind of start to form in our like sacral energy this emotional sexual finding of the self type of understanding what it is I want necessarily. And in that wanting, in that sexual energy, in that emotional feeling as well, because you know how emotional teenagers can get, how horny teenagers can be, and like that is definitely supposed to be like that as well. It's definitely something that drives us to being more rebellious. And I think in that rebellious streak, we kind of find, that there's this saying, test everything and keep the good. And I think that is definitely something that we do during our teenage years. Sometimes we continue doing it into our adolescence. And for all of us, we have different periods of time in which we learn, in which we kind of come to accept that certain behaviors are beneficial and certain behaviors are not. And it definitely is a process of coming to that realization by ourselves, because we do try and help each other, we do try and teach each other the right way. But at the end of the day, the best way to kind of come to these conclusions is through own personal experience and through understanding how you feel about things and how you process things as well. And I think a rebellious streak is necessary for that at the end of the day. Hello, Melt. I hope you're having a great day. I am Northern Lolo. I hope that you're having a good day as well, my friend. My parents got married after only 5 months of dating in '88. Then they had my sister in '91 and me in '94. Okay, so they took like 3 years until they had your sister and 6 years until they had you. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That sounds kind of nice actually. Oh, that's so sweet. I cry when people say they are proud of me. Can't handle it. Man, Toasty, now I want to say I'm proud of you, my friend. Because I am. I'm proud of, like, and the thing is as well, I won't share the intimate details you shared with me, but, and this is something I said to you in the direct message I sent you as well, just before the stream, is I've seen, at least with what you've told me, how you've grown and how you've changed as a person, and how you've, like, literally thrown off, and this is almost in alignment to today's topic, how we create these things or defend these mind styles we become so attached to, and we like identify with liking these things. And you know what I'm talking about when I say these things, like the stuff that you like when you were in the mindset that you were before you were on the path that you are right now. That's the best way I can say it without saying anything. And because you had the ability to recognize that these things weren't you, and you had the capacity to move beyond them, it is something that you should be proud of, my friend. And I'm proud of you for doing it as well. I love you, Toasty. A tactful chemist. I'm feeling a bit under the weather after my second COVID vaccine, but here all the same and wishing everyone a blessed day. I hope it's only a temporary thing, my friend. Like, imagine this COVID vaccine running through your veins, having these RNA type of instruction sets, your cells being like, whoa, dude, like, man, now we have to make antibodies for this virus that we've not seen just yet. And your body is like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit taxing for a bit, but I'll get over it. So you'll be fine, my friend. Tactful chemist, I'm sure you'll be fine. Sending you love and light. I hope that you're good soon. You're being thought of. That's a really good thought about YOLO, Toasty. I feel so as well. Toasty the man is a wise man indeed. Stay hydrated. I am. Hey, Count. I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. Da-da-da. How do you rest? How do you reset the hammer? So, what people don't know, you know that little loop at the back of Mjolnir? You pull that 3 times and then it resets the hammer. And then the next person that touches it becomes worthy. Like, Zeus has been... actually, I don't know, my friend. I don't know how the hammer is reset. YOLO, I quit drinking. It's been 2 years clean. Yeah! You only live once, my friend. You don't want to waste the drinking. I'm happy for you, Ryan. It makes me so happy, my friend. Yep, you're right, my friend. It is Ryan. Thank you so much. I have so much now that my goal is to give back all through love and light. And you're doing it, Ryan. Ryan Sheenan, lol, Mr. Montana. You're doing it already, my friend. And it's beautiful to see. You can you see the wind picking up? Like I put my phone next to a wall because I knew there was going to be a lot of wind. There was a lot of wind and like a big bout of rain that fell around 2 p.m. And I was kind of stressing out that it was going to drop my internet or stop me from being able to stream. And then it like stopped completely and now it's picking up again. I have no problem with rain. I'm just scared of I'm not scared of the wind. I'm concerned about wind. I don't want branches to be breaking anymore. Time is a physical property, not a mental one. Like, time is confusing, my friend. And we were talking about time yesterday and our ability to slow down time. Like, how do we quantify this ability to slow down time within inside of our minds, within inside of our actions, and the way that we interact with this existence that we all almost are taking part of? Melt! Hey, Count. Is it Count? Count 19, because I heard Harley saying coconut. Or was it Harley? Yeah, it was Harley. Like Harley saying coconut, but it says Count 19, so I'm not sure. Wait, it's Aaron's stoner alter ego. I love it, lol. Yeah, lurking for truth 20. It is. It is actually Aaron's stoner alter ego. And thank you again for the staying hydrated and for the helpful heavy sail. Now you can see the tree shaking with the wind. Yo, almost forgot to get on the stream. Hey, Lane, didn't forget. Here you are, my friend. I'm happy that you're sharing this space with us. I have a belly button. I think we all do. Interestingly enough, like we get attached at the same point, right? I've not touched my belly button in forever, so I had to make sure that it's still there. Even though, like, it is something I'm aware of when I'm like showering, like washing your belly button. But for the rest of our days, are we really aware of our belly buttons? How many things are we not aware of? Like, this is something that's very interesting to me as well. Our eyes have the ability to have something in focus and to have all of the other things out of focus in our peripheral vision. And we have this ability to almost focus on our focusing vision so much that our peripheral vision starts to switch off, and we can literally edit out almost in our own brains all of the information that we're not trying to focus on. And that to me is insane. It's so cool. Uh, what's up, Lane? You ever find that spider? The spider is living with Lane now. Yeah. How are you today? Hey, Goldfish. I'm good, my friend. I'm happy that you made it. Me and Katie were having a chat in the direct messages just before I went live, actually. Goldfish 212 or Katie also streams, actually. Last time I saw him, he was under my bed. As long as he's not, a venomous spider. Like, that's the thing as well. Like, there are so many spiders that actually aren't venomous and mean you no harm. Oh man, talking about spiders, I actually forgot to take a picture last night because it was in the night and I didn't think it was gonna be a good picture. And now again, like with the days ending kind of around the time I finish my streams, it's starting to get dark around the times I finish my streams. I don't have a lot of light left to take a photo, but I do want to show you what that spider looks like. It's such a beauty. No, stop. Yeah. Give Thirsty compliments. Tell him you're proud of him, my friends. He must have found smaller spiders to eat to protect you. No joke. I put my sweatshirt in my locker at work and found a spider on my hood. Was it a big spider? Ryan? Yo, bitch, I love you. Thank you, brother. I love you as well, my friend. And you're so welcome. Every single word of it was sincere and genuine. I set it free outside. I literally don't want to kill anything that has life. I feel more and more that way as well, Ryan. And it's something that creates a lot of resistance within me because I'm very peculiar with my personal space and having like this is something that I'm okay. I want to say 1,000 things at the same time again. Basically, I have a room. In my room, I allow certain spiders. Those flat ones that live on the walls, I'm cool with them. It's like completely okay with them. Those daddy long legs, I'm chill with them as well. They get to live. But I'm not chill with the ones that make themselves like thin on their webs. Like they kind of point out their legs and they like pull them inside and then they look like this little small line on the web. I'm not sure why, but I'm not cool with those. Like I'm pretty sure they're slightly poisonous. Venomous. Poison means if I eat them I die. Venomous means if they bite me I die. I think they're slightly venomous. And like I don't know, like why is there this separation inside my own head? Like there's these two different spiders, one with long lanky legs and a weird bulbous body, one with a thick body, flat body, and super fast and lives on my walls. But then one that makes webs and looks in a peculiar way. Like I think maybe it's because it tries to hide itself. So that's why it unsettles me. Like even though I feel the flat spiders in my room have kind of gotten used to me not bothering them because they no longer hide from me. Man, like I'm thinking too much about this. And then flies. So like okay. I'm feeling so many things and I feel there's so much not paradoxical, contradicting things that I'm feeling. Because I would love a system that would have, artificial intelligence vision that has a laser attached to it that just kind of zaps mosquitoes right out of the air as soon as they enter my apartment or my house or my room. Like that, in my mind, I absolutely love that idea because having a parasite that can give me diseases, that drinks my blood, that is not something that I condone. But it's still a living, breathing, experiencing, children having being. So where is it we draw the line? Because at the end of the day, like human beings can support parasites as well, like worms and stuff. Doesn't mean necessarily that we have to support these parasites, and that's why we take deworming medications to kill these things that have made homes inside of us. So, like, it's difficult. It's a difficult thing that I struggle with, and that I try to kind of wrap my head around, because I'm in the same boat of not wanting to kill anything that's living, but also being in a boat of some things like reduce my quality of life because they are parasitic, I guess, at the end of the day. Where a spider, I don't feel a spider parasitizes me because he's technically eating the mosquitoes that are chilling on my walls, waiting for me to breathe carbon dioxide so they can find me. So I'm okay with them. But then, on the other hand, I'm not okay with crickets. I'm not okay with crickets in my room because they make noise. And you friends know that I'm very peculiar about things that make audio in my field of consciousness. I'm just, yeah, I'm trying to come to terms with how I feel about it. You have a jagged spider friend too. Yes, he does. Imagine that we all just have jagged spiders, like this little, like where your pocket is supposed to be. You just like kind of have a little see-through box with little holes in it, and we all have just our jacket pocket spiders. Like I'm imagining an entire world, civilization, based on a spider economy, where your spiders interact with each other. If you meet a new person, you bring your little boxes of spiders together, and you see if they interact with each other well. Before you can continue in a conversation. Oh, I'm thinking too much about this. Toasty, you're the bomb. I popped into Jeff's stream last night. We were wishing you were there. Oh, look at that, Toasty. You have even more friends that love you. I did, lol, and was wearing it the whole morning before work. I tried to do the opposite of my instinct when it comes to bugs. I feel afraid, then I verbalize that I like them because I know they're nothing to be afraid of. Exactly. Like, there is nothing to be afraid of with insects. And like an insect landing on my body is no longer something that I cringe at. Like, even though I will probably, yeet him away, I'm not going to be scared or terrified of the prospect of it landing on me or something like that. Phobias. Phobias are also one of the things that I really I really find some curiosity in. Now I want a jacket spooder. Yeah, we're all gonna get jacket spooders, dude. Whole society of jacket spooder wearing people. He is the most friendly person I've seen. I don't know who you're talking about, my friend, but I'm sure he is. Thank you, Joe Bot. There we go. Hey, Meltmore. Hey, Salty. How are you, my friend? I'm happy that you're here with us. Thank you for spending some time here. He sure is. STN is a is kind of just an objective for kind for me in my brain, since that's a new word for me. Wow, thank you. That absolutely flatters me as well, my friend. Is it objective for kind? Man, that's so sweet, Toasty. Thank you, my friend. Not here to fuck spiders. I don't think any of us are, my friend. Not a big spider, but could have been poisoned in Montana. The most dangerous spiders are literally the size of pennies. Yeah, smaller spiders, right? Is a black widow the most venomous spider? I'm not sure, actually. Maybe one of you friends know. But we do have some black widows here in South Africa. I'm actually pretty bad with spider terminology, now that I think about it. I don't know any spider names. I know the golden orb weaver. I know black widow. I know daddy longleg. And I think that's where my spider knowledge ends. No, 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 no. Oh, actually, I know tarantula as well, but I know the Afrikaans for it as well, which is Bobbejaan spinnekop, which means baboon spider, because it's, hairy and stuff. Is that the only spiders I know? Think about it, friends. How many spiders do you know about, actually? Like, how many spiders can you name? Like, we can name a bunch of animals. Lions, tigers, and jaguars, and cheetahs, and elephants, and rhinoceroses, and giraffes, and zebras. Like, we know all of these things. Like, maybe it's just about the exposure we get to them. Where a spider is kind of like one genome. Like, it's, oh, look, 8 legs. It's an arachnid. It's a spider. So we don't necessarily bother with learning their individual names. I'm not sure. I'm missing some comments. There we go. Encourage an environment for critters that eat those pesky mosquitoes. Exactly. That's why I'm so chill with those wall spiders, especially because like I know there are small ones, and there are like literally ones that are this big, and then I have ones in my room that are like this big. So I know that little dude has to be like eating a lot of insects in order to grow as big as he has. So the bigger they are, the more respect I have for them being in my room, because I know this dude has been eating my bugs. So I like tip my hat. But that being said, and I was thinking about this last night, I've never actually seen one of them eat anything. Like, think about, like, I don't know if you have these wall spiders in America, these flat wall spiders, but I've seen them so many times, but not a single time have I seen them actually eat anything. It's raining on me. I'm gonna put my book away. Can I put it away? Yeah, that should be good. Over the wind. It's gonna be a cold night, I feel. I'm already kind of chilly, actually, talking about. My secret open my scarf and pull it over myself technique is going to be revealed finally. I'm gonna have to get a blanket soon, friends. And Merman had his grandma actually crochet one, and he's sending it for my birthday, and it blew my mind when he offered that. So hopefully soon I'll be wearing a merman blanket. But then you have to deal with the critter dookie. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, yeah. I think that's like one of the things we definitely have to learn in this existence as well. Is that we're not always gonna win. Like, there's gonna be times in which we lose. There's gonna be times in which we don't always, get the girl, is the hero at the end of the day. And that's completely fine as well. And this is something that Aaron said yesterday on the podcast that really resonated with me, is that we are very prone as human beings to show all of the beautiful ties of ourselves to the world. Like, and I feel I was very aware of it this morning, because my morning streams are usually just as I get out of bed, doing absolutely nothing to my hair, just being like, sleepyhead, doing whatever it is I'm doing, dancing or like trimming trees now, for example, this morning. And it was a lot more. I'm not sure if genuine is the word I want to use, because I don't feel like I'm being ingenuine right now, but it was a lot more boundaryless, less limited. Where with these streams, I always make sure to shower beforehand, comb my hair, just get myself a little bit camera ready so I don't look like an absolute wreck. But at the end of the day, I'm doing that to show my nice sides to the world, right? And we as a society have become so obsessed with showing our nice sides to the world, especially with the rise of social media and being so accessible for us to show only the good sides of our lives, that we almost stop ourselves from living the rest of life. And, as you said, even the critter dookie, it's also a part of life. The losing in life is 50% of it, and you can't not live half of life. It's not the way it's supposed to be. I'd love to have a pet spooder. Like those are actually pretty easy to get. Actually, you can pretty effectively get a tarantula at a pet store, I'm sure, and they're kind of easy to take care of. You just buy yourself a little box of crickets, and then you just throw a cricket in every now and then. I also have spent hours and hours pondering what is okay when it is okay to kill and not to kill. I've killed upwards of 100 plus scorpions, been stung twice. We are at war. Oh, that's hilarious, though. See, like we have scorpions here as well. You know, small pinchers, big stingers that are extremely dangerous and can kill you. So, like at the end of the day, like I killed one of those at the gazebo. No, ons noem die koppie. Like noem die koppie. We call it the koppie. It's a place where we can like go and chill. And I had a bunch of friends there, and there were like lights on in the middle of the night, so there were insects being attracted by the lights, and then as a result of being insects being attracted, there was also the scorpion attracted. And because it was in a place where it was around other people, I couldn't allow it to live. Because if it stung one of my friends, then that would mean that I was not aware enough, not responsible enough in order to kill this thing that was posing a threat to the rest of my people, if you will. And it's difficult, as you said, it's difficult to find that where it is okay. Like when is it okay? You going to post your painting? I'm curious as well, Jovan. I hope that you do, my friend. It's absolutely beautiful. That's fair, Toasty. Your painting is divine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it really is, Jovan. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And she actually streamed it as well. Like it was at 3 a.m. for me, so I missed it. But I hope to see the next one, Jovan. I'm terrified of spiders. Designer Edge, hey James. I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. I saw Black Widow. It was dead though, in my basement. You know, like, no, I'm not gonna say this. Because I might scare you with Atomic Industry. But I'm gonna say it anyway, maybe, just to scare you a little bit. Like, the fact that it's a dead Black Widow probably means it was laying eggs in your basement, and then it died. I'm sorry. Just make sure, my friend, be extra vigilant. We have brown recluse. It is too cold for Black Widow. Okay, are brown recluses also dangerous? I'm curious. TJSS, the Jacket Spider Society. Join us. Or be forever lost. Yes. Yes, we're going to be this ultimate TJSS society with all of us having our own jacket spiders. And actually, the spiders are the one in control. We're just like these vessels, transportation vessels for them, and they're also their personal bodyguards. And then we'll sit like at these massive round tables, and we will have to bring our mics all the way up to our spiders, this little box. So that why am I thinking so much about this? Yeah, whole spider society. The spiders will rule all. They'll have conversations amongst themselves, trying to defeat the New World Order. Dude, I'm talking about you. You're the most friendly person I've ever seen. Oh, my friend, thank you. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate your presence, Leo Fox. Or Leo Foxy, I guess, be the right word. I love that, Poopsie. Me too, actually, right. South Africa FARC. Well, South Africa FARC, that made you guys have heaps of species. And I'm in Australia. That's cool, my friend. How's Australia been treating you? I hope that you weren't too badly affected by all of the floods that happened lately. It was quite hectic, actually. There's one in my area called dock spiders. They are venomous and like to bite. Ooh. Them wins. And my camera is completely stable. I hope that it doesn't even hear the wind noise. They don't look like spiders, however. So, spiders that like to bite, that don't look like spiders. That sounds dangerous. Lol and lol. Fuck brown recluses. We have those too. I don't joke with those guys. I don't know what a brown recluse looks like, so now I'm curious. I have this feeling it's one of those spiders that have like a longer like abdomen. Is it an abdomen? I think it's an abdomen. A longer abdomen, like medium-sized torso, like one of those torpedo-shaped abdomens. I guess is like the idea I have in my mind, but I'm not sure. I literally know only about the ones here in Montana that can kill one bite, or the bite will eat your skin away. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I actually have a cousin that got bit by a spider here on his arm, and he has like this hectic looking wound. It looks like someone threw lava over his skin, like as it was like eating away at the flesh. And when he started to heal, it had like this big of a gap to kind of fill in, and it has this smooth skin now where it had to fill in that gap, and that terrified me for my whole life to be bitten by a spider as well. Chat popping off about spiders. Yeah, I'll have to save this stream on YouTube as on day 106 Meltmore talked about spiders now. uh, immediate respect to you as well, my friend. Mutual respect is the way that we're gonna change this world. I posted a picture. I took one of the cutest little jumping spoods. Dude, jumping spiders and their little faces can be so cute. And today I saw this video of a guy watching a mosquito starting to drink his blood, and then watching a jumping spider tackle the mosquito off of his skin and eat it, which is, it's so cool. uh, Google says the male Sydney funnel web spider is the most venomous. Of course, it's Australian. Of course, it just has to be right. Jovan is also on brown recluse spiders being yikes. It is. I'm so cold right now. This wind is like wrecking me, and it's bringing some heavy clouds with it as well. So I'm not too surprised. Ugh. I'm getting hit by stuff in the face. Bruh, if I had a spider in my room this size, I would fucking die. I have cardiac arrest. I'm sorry, James. I shouldn't have said what I said there. I respect spiders and love the barn spiders because they have huge bodies and beautiful patterns and color. I hope I see one. So I'm thinking that the golden orb weaver might be in your ballpark as well then, actually. Yep, Australia. They're all sort, not just spiders too, eh? Yeah, we know, Fred. You have all of them dangerous things. I want to have a huntsman spooder as a pet. If not, why not, Lane? If not, why not? We fall so we can rise stronger. Absolutely right. See you, Spider-Man. See you, my friend. Thank you for spending some time with us. Hey, of water of sun. I'm happy that you're here with us. Good morning. Good morning. The surf is not good today, and I'm here with my friends. I missed your stream, Mel. You didn't miss it, my friend. Here you are. Here you are. Thank you for spending some time with us. I have learned more from my mistakes and faults than my wins and victories. Same, Ryan. Absolutely the same. When is your birthday? The 14th of May, Dan. The 14th of May. So, soon, actually. Less than a month away. It is gonna be my birthday. I don't know. I think it might have. Did the comments stop completely? Because the wind is really picking up, and we have a point-to-point connection, which have these two little shuttles facing each other, and with the wind they can kind of get misaligned. So I wouldn't be surprised if the stream did drop. Do let me know though, friends. Do let me know. I get that, Mel. The same rule comes to play with rattlesnakes. If there's a rattler come around my family, it would have to die. Unfortunately, yeah, it would. That's the thing as well. Like, I've had these feelings of snakes coming into my actual room. Like that puff adder that came into my room that one night. Like, I felt a very real sense of not wanting to kill it, feeling bad for having to, and also knowing that that is what's almost expected of me in that moment. I'm so happy that Eva was like staying on my bed, letting me know of the situation that was going on, instead of trying to jump down and try to kill the snake herself. Because if she tried to do that in the darkness, especially with a puff adder, she would have been the one that passes away, and that would have absolutely devastated me. Oh yeah, the brown recluse is a super venomous lol. Man, I'm curious. Or like tiny, like to hide in dark places. Oh, so they're small as well. I thought of them as big spiders for some reason. And I'm happy to see that the comments are still working. Like, you can see how heavy the wind is. Can you see how heavy the wind is? It's crazy. Like, it's... Oh, it's concerning is what it is. Please let my plants survive the stormy winds. There's nothing I can do though. Like, I can worry about it. And I am worrying about it. But my worry isn't gonna change any of it. It's not gonna make it better. It's not gonna make the wind go away. There's no point in worrying. All we can do at the end of the day is just be. Just being, man. Man, I have a bunch of... Can you see this? Hello. I am stupid. Yeah, maybe for a split second you could see it. There's a bunch of leaves coming from that tree. Small little... these leaves. You see, those are these individual separated little leaves, and those little leaves are blowing into my water right now with all of the wind. I was missing Orion's comment. Your birthday is the same day as my nephew's. He's gonna be 5 years old. I am here watching in Montana. I'm happy that you're still here, my friend. Okay, so me and your nephew shares a birthday. Maybe it's a good incentive to remember. I'm looking at this funnel spider, and oh man, I don't like him. He's a real mean looking bugger. Funnel spider. Man, like, there's so many beautiful spider species as well that are absolutely insane in their body shapes and stuff. I actually have a picture of a spider that I found here in one of our gardens. In our garden as well. I'll send a photo of that one as well. I'm back. I'm happy that you're back, Katie. Welcome back, my friend. Rattlers are cool to watch, just not when they are on one. When they are on one, like maybe in your yard or something like that. I agree. Is it going to rain? Definitely. It rained a little bit this afternoon, like around 2. It had like these wind bouts and then some decent rain as well. But now it seems to be coming around again. Rain 2.0. It's so beautiful there. It really is. And if it wasn't for the rain, it wouldn't have been. So, even though it is something that's concerning me, it's also something that I get to be thankful for. And I'm trying to be. Brown recluse bites. Rot your flesh. Ah, Edmund! That sounds terrifying, my friend. Damn spooders. That's some heavy wind. It is some pretty heavy wind. I'm so happy that I actually put my phone behind this wall because I wanted to stream right here at first, and I put the cushion down there, and I was like, dude, with the amount of wind that's coming, you can't do that. And I was like, oh wait, fine, I'll stream here instead. But we've never had this angle, so stonks. Absolute stonks. So, I'm getting cold. Goodness. I'm looking forward to having those blankets. I'm gonna start having to bring a blanket to these streams as well. Yeah, they do, Edmund. That's some hectic shit, dude. Put out your scarf and make a parachute. Look, like the wind is really coming. Like it animates my scarf. Am I holding it correctly? That's the question. I'm not. Yeah. I can fry. Lol, the feeling of plants dying is so awful. Yeah, it really is. And my plants are like in their last days as well. Like literally like 1 more week to go. And I'm starting to harvest them. But there's nothing that I can do about this either. Like I just have to kind of be with it. I'm so stupid. I'm also stupid. Like the thing is as well, I thought that my cup was empty enough to angle it enough so you can see. But I was mistaken. Or maybe just over enthusiastic. I did the same thing this morning with my coffee. I'm happy I'm not the only one. You're a Taurus, right? I'm a May baby. Yeah, same, Katie. Also a May baby, Taurus. We tend to be hard-headed and bullish in our behaviors, but it's not what defines us. That reminds me of the guy that always asks his friend at the time when he has a drink and he spills it every time. Reminds me of the guy that always asks his friend the time. Oh, and then he's like, he checks his time and then he spills his drink. That's hilarious. Your birthday is on a Friday this year. Thank you, actually, for telling me. I'm gonna be celebrating with you, friends. It's not like I can celebrate with anyone else. We're in this together now, my friends, for the long run. Mm. When I moved to Florida from Michigan, I was looking at houses. There was a huge wolf spider the size of an orange. That is crazy. Like I'm honestly hoping you mean legs included. It's the size of an orange, because if it's like actual body the size of an orange, then you might need to burn those houses down that you're looking at, my friend. No one deserves. Not deserves. No one. Yeah, I guess it could be deserves. As it deserves. No one deserves to live with a spider that big in a house. I don't feel like I can say that genuinely, not even as a joke. Marilyn Meldrow. That's the first time I've ever had that one. That's hilarious, right? I didn't buy that house. Oh yeah, I was like probably a little bit of a deterrent. You know, oh look, there's a absolutely enormous wolf spider living in this house. Guess this house is, spoken for. I can't live here. There's already a resident bigger than me living here already. Still live, my brother. Yes, I am, Justin. I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. I'm going to be live for like 13 more minutes. I'm so happy that it hasn't bonked out with all of the wind. And Reddit has been really consistent as of late as well. Comments are coming through. I was able to stream this morning for 2 hours and I think 48 minutes. Like literally my entire phone's battery from like 100% to completely dead in a single stream, which I was kind of like, chuffed about. With that scarf, got a green screen shot. Like it was almost like a backdrop sort of thing. Justin, hello brother. I'm happy that you're here as well, Justin. Mel, what career that you used to pursue is going to pursue? So, like it kind of went through a few processes. I started my initial career, I guess you can say, as a salesperson, and it was during that time of my life that I was reading a lot of like Grant Cardone books about, realizing yourself, about, generating wealth through a sales position as well for yourself. And it was during that time of my life that I became so obsessed with money and with the accumulation of money, and I became completely uh, enthralled with the idea that I was as valuable as I was as valuable as the amount of money that I could earn, not only for myself but also for the company, because that was something that was kind of taught to me as well. As a salesperson, if you don't bring value to the company, then you don't work at that company anymore. So I was doing that for a year, and like it wasn't serving my soul's purpose. So I kind of thought that I needed to be a teacher. Went to China, taught English for a year and 4 months, and I came back from China doing that about 5 months ago now. And now this is the career I'm choosing to pursue. And it can technically say it's a type of, still teaching, even though I don't see it as the intention as teaching anymore. Even though I learn a lot from these streams. The intention no longer is to teach as a career, as a profession, because I felt, especially, like maybe it was because of the environment I was in, and I saw what they were expecting of kids, and that was hurting me as well. But yeah, this is the first career that I'm actually happy every day to show up for, where that is not something I could have said. Like, yes, I remember waking up for my sales job, knowing I had to do cold calls and stuff like that, literally being so nauseated by the idea of having to go to work today that I literally couldn't get myself to get out of the bed, and having to like feeling not only that I couldn't work, but lying to my boss, telling him that I'm sick. And I guess like at the end of the day, maybe I was sick, in a mental state of sickness. But I felt so sick and tired of this process I was going through every single day, and how it was not benefiting my soul or the souls of others, because I was just literally being this abrasive salesperson, who didn't see you as a human being, but saw you as a walking bank account. And that's not the way that I choose to see other human beings. So it was something that was so degrading to my soul and made me feel so sick with myself and with the things that I were doing, that I couldn't sometimes get up from bed, and I couldn't animate myself to do anything. And with these streams, with streaming in general, like I feel there's such a human aspect to it, and understanding that we're both, sharing this space together with each other in a loving way, instead of having it as a like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing and then I'm gonna get this thing. Like there's no do something, get something dynamic with these streams for me, because like we're not getting anything other than what we're putting in with these streams, and that's what's so important to me as well. Mm. Hey Meld, I love the pic of your new home. Me, Meld, sorry, Ryan. Me too, actually. Thank you for sharing that with us. Like your moving boxes really brought back that imagery in my head, and now that I actually have it on stream, I can elaborate a little bit more. So when we moved from Klerksdorp to the like the town we're living in right now, not Klerksdorp, Rustenburg, like I lost a friend that was my neighbor, and I was very bummed out, and I didn't really want to move. And like because of that almost denial that we have moved, and this understanding that it was now over and this process of moving has happened, I like literally made myself a bed, sleeping on the boxes that were filled with old blankets and stuff like that. And it was like this holding on to, not wanting to accept that that time of my life has now been over, and it's now time for me to move on. And it was just such a surreal feeling, something that we do to ourselves sometimes as well. I appreciate you sharing. Over here, Marilyn Meldrow. Yeah, I was also like, where did that come from? Thanks, brother. I'm really creating my life into a dream. We all are. We're going to live the reality we want, Ryan. We will. We're realizing it right now. Gotta get ready for work. I love you all so much. Talk to you later in Discord. Thank you, my friend. Just wait, Mel's gonna. It's really a great shot. It's really a great shot. I'm looking forward to it, my friend. Thank you. And good luck with your work. Thank you for spending time with us. You are a teacher and a student, Mel. Absolutely. Like that's kind of what our stream started off as, right? I wonder if I'm gonna be able to find it quick again. It was lesson 4. Was it lesson 4? Here it is. The difference between a master and student is that the master has mastered the art of always being a student. We are both teacher and student all the time, my friends, and I look forward to learning from you as a student, and to love you as a teacher as well. So glad your path has led you where you are today. I'm also happy, Justin. Like this is the most fulfilling, most soul gratifying, most satisfying journey I've ever been on, and I'm so grateful to be able to share it with people like you, friends, that absolutely encourage, absolutely love, and it makes me so happy. Yo, I haven't been active for a sec, but hello, Justin and Dan. There we go. Yo, Lane, what's up, my mad lad? Not much, Justin. I'm going in and out of Google Meets today. Well, Melt is in the background. You have some schoolwork, some Google Meet schoolwork to do, Lane? That must be a little bit of a mission. I'm looking forward to you reading this notebook. Actually, like, I should do that. So, I said to one of our friends that I'll read this notebook on day 111. So, I think we're gonna do that. Like, it might take like a solid 20 minutes or so, and some of it might be a little bit repetitive, but it's some good stuff. Lesson 1, guided by an unseen teacher showing me what I've already learned. It's so cold, goodness. I will weather. I will weather the weather. That's what they call some professionals. That's why they call some professions as a practice. Yeah, it really is that way, and it has to be a practice as well. And this makes me think of something uh, Dreamer J Johan said on yesterday's podcast as well, where he was like, as soon as you think that you've completed your growing process, that is where you're like falling off of the bus or the wagon or whatever you want to say, because that's the one thing that we should not ever stop doing, and that's growing. We always have this capacity to practice our growing process, and it doesn't necessarily have to be this uh, producing mentality. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do these things in order to be worthy or whatever, because you can grow even in doing nothing as well. It's just about allowing ourselves to grow as much as we can. Looking forward and watching your streams, Jovan. Yeah, same, Jovan. Are you still here, my friend? Oh, you are. I'm looking forward to reading this later. I'm sorry, I'm spacing. Go warm up, Melt. I'll warm up in exactly 3 minutes, my friend, because then I'm going to go and have to edit this video, and my computer pumps out heat like it's its job to do so. So I'll warm up in a second, my friend. Wind. Like, the sound of wind is something that we recognize as well. But the reason we recognize it is because of the physical things that almost interrupts the wind. Like, the way the wind kind of flows over all of these branches is what makes the sounds. So technically, if you really think about it, wind wouldn't have a sound, not in itself. Or would it? Maybe if it has enough resistance upon itself to actually make a sound. But I'm not sure. It's cold, but I'm not sure. What do you think, friends? Do you think wind in itself makes sound? If there was like an absolute perfectly smooth surface on the ground and there was something generating wind, would that wind make a sound if it has nothing to rub up against? Have friction with, I guess? I don't think so. What do you think, friends? I'll have to do it again. The first step was a scary one. Thank you for the encouragement. I'm looking forward to you streaming some more, Jovan. Please do. Please do. I saw you wearing a mask as well. Is it for privacy reasons? I know there's one other friend that streams on Reddit as well that also wears a mask. Like, I'm looking forward to your art though. That is the thing that we're coming for at the end of the day. Love the painting. It's beautiful. And you knocked it out so fast. Like, it was like almost what, an hour and a half or so? Like, I saw the first hour and you got to the point where you were like just starting to paint your flowers and then it ended. And did you like, I'm guessing you finished it and not knowing the stream ended, or you know the stream ended and you just finished it afterwards. Ah, the Jedi does stream. The Jedi does stream? The Jedi does stream. Are you talking about me as a Jedi? I don't think of myself as a Jedi. Even though I think it's cool if I could be a Jedi, because that would mean I would be entitled to a lightsaber. Even though I think giving me a lightsaber would be the most inappropriate thing you could ever do, because I would be the mad lad that just kind of like walks, like as a kid. You know, as a kid when you like got a knife or something and you just walk in the garden, like cutting leaves and stuff. Yeah, I would probably do that with a lightsaber as well. Probably cut myself with a lightsaber. Like, I think it's best for me to not get lightsabers. It was a vibe. I can't wait to see more streams. Same. I'm looking forward to it as well, Jovan. Jedi he is, my friend. I think the earth breathes just like we do, and we make sound. But the reason we're making sound is because we have things that kind of vibrate or have resistance towards that air. That's why if you breathe harder, there's more resistance comparatively to if you breathe slowly and softly. So yeah, I don't think the actual wind makes a sound. I think it is the things it rubs up against. I had a great idea for a stream. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, Justin. I would love to see it as well, my friend. Maybe restoring one of your pipes. I think that would be something that people want to see, actually. A bear ate 8 million worth of cocaine and died of a heart attack after 5 minutes. Like, for a moment, that bear was probably the most powerful apex predator in the entire planet. I watched your stream this morning, Jovan. I hope I can catch the next one live. Same. I also hope so. Wind is just energy pushing air particles around. We don't usually hear energy moving through gases unless it's more extreme, like a gunshot or a car backfiring. Exactly. You're very right, Dan. And your death's a Jedi melt for sure. But watch out, because I'm training in the ways of the dark side. Oh no, I have an arch enemy already. Me and Dan is gonna have to lightsaber it out because, oh dude, like, never mind me being an absolute child. If I were to get a lightsaber and cutting things in half for the fun of it, I would definitely want to lightsaber battle friends as well. So one day, Lane, you better spice up your training, dude. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna have to get a lightsaber first, but I'm coming for you, dude. We're gonna lightsaber battle each other. Hey Harley, I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? I love that thought experiment as well. Because, like, at the end of the day, there's no sound. It's just kind of this, like, frequency of, like, wavelengths traveling through air, creating the sensation of sound when it hits our ears and vibrates our eardrums. So technically, no. But also yes, but no, but actually yes, but maybe not. But have you guys seen the man who stare at goats? You mean Uncle Becky? Uncle Becky stares at goats sometimes, but I don't think that's all he does. Hey, the dark side isn't necessarily evil. Yeah, dark isn't necessarily evil. It's just, one of the states of existence that we get to choose from. It does not Northern, and yes, Jovan. What did Northern say? Oh, it doesn't make a sound. Yeah, technically it doesn't make a sound. I can't believe I caught you. Hi, friends. Hey, Jesse. I'm happy that you did. Technically, I usually end the stream 3 minutes back, but I'm happy that you could have reached us just before. What's up, Jesse? Guys, I'm the biggest Star Wars nerd ever, so a lightsaber battle sounds awesome. Edmund, there is coming a new Star Wars Lego game, dude. Dan is also very excited for it. Now, I'm excited with you, friends. Like, it's gonna be such a vibe. That would be an epic battle. Oh, it would. I look forward to it. I'll live stream it even. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, they do, unfriend. Again, my friends, thank you so much for joining me again, for spending. I have a Darth Vader tattoo. I'll post it. I want to see that, Dan. Thank you, friends. Thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for being here with me. I look forward to seeing you again a little bit later.